Spiel! Los! Etwas schneller! Sofort! Mann, mach wieder! Ich will auch nur die Tournament spielen! Los! Starte das verdammte Spiel! Starte das Spiel, du Hurensohn! Ich will spielen! Ich sag's nicht noch einmal! Los! Positiv denken! Einfach positiv denken! Gleich geht's los, ja? Einfach positiv. Ja. Es lädt! Es lädt! Ich will nicht, dass es lädt! Wenn es lädt, dann... Ich sag's nicht noch einmal! Los! Was ist das denn? Oh mein Gott, was ist geschehen? Ja, Schnellstart! Jetzt geht's los! 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 Jetzt geht's los!
Oh nein, das Buch! Es fehlt! Wir hatten ja heute gar kein Biologie. Ja.
Was ist das denn? Oh mein Gott, was ist geschehen? Ich will Henry, ich will spielen! Oh, schau uns und schießt auf mich. Jetzt ein uns und schießt auf mich.
They were the stories that have charmed an entire generation. From the books to the television series, people around the world have grown up with the railway stories, and all their cheerful characters. But the truth behind Thomas and his friends was no children's fantasy. The truth would be horrifying.
Der Escape-Knopf. Der Escape. Wo ist der? Wo ist der Escape? Oh, schau uns und schießt auf mich. Jetzt ein uns und schießt auf mich.
In 1938 he was influential in instigating the infamous Sajbalnacht, the Night of Sawdust. But as his experiments advanced, he became a much less popular figure and soon feared for his and his family's lives.
Young Abby Collins from the town was working there when Professor Hans took a liking to her. Soon they were married, and not long after, the town was buzzing with news of her pregnancy.
Baby Thomas was born in 1968. Throughout the early years of his life, he would watch the growing railway network with fascination.
Du Hurensohn, ich werd dich umbringen!
But as the Sodor rail system expanded, it found itself increasingly under the supervision of the new British rail network and appointed a new controller.
Oi! Get off my f***ing platform!
Fortunes of the railway were about to take a profitable turn. A stroke of luck for the island. that would result from tragedy.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
What's the time?
Thomas, get moving.
Young Thomas loved following railway. He'd be out all the time, hoping to catch a new train on his camera.
11:45's coming through soon.
He won't wait for us.
Unfortunately, he didn't take as much notice of the safety signs.
I'm not being late again.
Have we missed it yet? Wait for the 11:45.
Never mind the 11:45.
Was ist das denn? Oh mein Gott, was ist geschehen?
Sorry, Feldo.
Ich verspiele! Der Escape-Knopf fehlt. Der Escape-Knopf. Wo ist der? Wo ist der Escape-Knopf?
Almost a year after the accident, the doors of Sodor Research were reopened. In an open invitation to the people of the island, Thomas rolled out of Shed 17.
It took me a moment to realise what it was I was looking at. He looked at me and said, it dawned on me what Hans Gertson and his dad had done. When we passed out as Thomas smiled at us, I had to run off around the side of the shed.
Hey, are you alright, Keith?
It's fair to say I was pretty nervous at times,
Enjoyed Now by Keith Hadley.
but I think I put on a brave face.
What did you think when you first came to meet Thomas the Tank Engine? I enjoy now by Keith
Even when some of the questions got difficult, I made sure I knew what I was talking about.
What was your reaction when you first met a talking tank engine?
If you can't make an informed opinion, or if you can't string together 2 words on telly, well, maybe you shouldn't be on there.
There are 2 sides to this.
Admittedly, the subject matter was a bit bizarre sometimes.
There are some dark forces at work here.
You're alright as long as you can win over the audience.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
Edward was first to have problems. He'd been filming all day for the new TV series they'd announced, and for his last scene, he had to pull into Wellsworth Station and whistle to the kids on the platform.
Whistled Edward. Thank you very much.
Sadly, this was only the first. An experiment kept secret until now. Mavis the diesel engine was to be the first biofuels locomotive used on the railway.
We filled her up and everything seemed fine. Then things got out of hand.
The diesel began to burn her internal organs. Everything organic in the engine was soon burning.
Have you ever heard a locomotive scream in pain? It tried rinsing out the fuel tank with water, but by then it was too late.
Mavis's body would be kept under lock and key indefinitely. In an unexpected U-turn, Sir Topham Hatt would ban fuelled engines from being used on the island. This footage shows engines being displayed to tourists during the off-season.
Das ist
Many
gut.
of these
Das
engines
bedeutet,
were
ich
failed
kann sofort
biofusion
lernen.
experiments
Ja,
and were too ill
wir
to
schreiben
work
morgen eine
or were
wichtige
already
Klausur
dead.
in Biologie. Da möchte ich nicht durchfallen.
With all accidents happening, everyone started asking the same thing.
As the train approached the most treacherous part of the line, unnoticed to Henry, his driver and firemen, the points had diverted them to the adjoining siding and right into the path of another train.
Henry's driver and fireman
Der Escape-Knopf fehlt.
Alan Barry died from their injuries.
Wo ist der Escape-Knopf?
Slowly, in snow, the pillar back.
By midday, the recovery operation was underway and Sir Topham Hatt had arrived.
Cheer up, Henry. It wasn't your fault. Ice and snow caused the accident.
These images from a train spotter's camera were taken the evening before and were successfully covered up by the Sodor Railway Board for 10 years.
There's a railway spike in points, blocking them. Of course, that had disappeared by the time we got there.
I'm sending you to Crewe, a fine place for sick engines.
Crew. We all knew what that meant.
They'll give you a new shape and a larger firebox.
Crewe was, at the time, one of only 2 scrap metal yards in the UK capable of handling and recycling organic material as well as engine parts.
You'll feel a different engine and won't need special coal anymore.
With those few words, he'd sentence Henry to death.
Won't that be nice? Yes, sir, said Henry doubtfully.
Everyone knew he wouldn't see him again, and everything was sewn up nice and neat for that fat
Der Escape-Knopf fehlt. Der Escape-Knopf. Wo ist der? Wo ist der Escape-Knopf?
The next evening, Thomas had been put on his own for the night at Knapford Station. As his driver and fireman left, under what was left of his own steam, he set off for the Sodor Research Complex.
He had a small amount of burning fuel in his firebox, but he was mostly moving under his own strength. It took Thomas 3 hours to get to the complex, the effort to get there nearly killing him.
Thomas arrived at midnight. With no one around, he made his way to the shed where he was created. What he found was the answers to his questions, and many others.
Since Sodor Research had begun producing biofueled vehicles, the world had asked, why had the first biofusion operation worked so well, but nearly every operation since had failed? Sadly, Thomas found the reasons inside.
Brennen? Du meinst eine Raubkopie erstellen? Das verstößt gegen das Gesetz. Es ist illegal. Na warte, du Lausbube. Dir werde ich die Flausen aus dem Kopf treiben. Verschwinde raus!
Of several attempts to create a tank engine with Thomas's DNA. These had been early tests made by people with no experience of an experiment on this scale. Ill-planned and unprepared, these procedures had used DNA from the human Thomas and had been as much the real Thomas as the tank engine the world had come to know and love.
Ich will nicht, dass es lädt! Wenn es lädt, dann muss
Thomas the tank engine had been the Thomas we all knew as a boy. Part of the family the whole island's population had known and respected since Wilhelm first arrived.
In actuality, this tank engine was no more the real Thomas than all the failed creations made over the 12 months before. In Shed 17, Thomas wouldn't discover who he was, but in fact, who he wasn't.
Oh, welcher Hurensohn schießt auf mich? Welcher Hurensohn schießt auf mich? Wo ist der? Wo ist der? Es geht
servant in a way, someone who drew in the crowds, had great jobs, was eager to work. Thomas always thought of us as his friends. Sadly, over time we came to think of him as just really useful.